Nu spelar det in. Så. Hej och välkommen till ZeD Reagerar. Nu var det ett jäkla bra tag sedan på grund av att det är sommar och varmt och soligt och jävligt skönt. Nu ska vi bara släppa en film idag och se hur det går. Så vi kör igång helt enkelt på 3.
Our channel was pretty much filled with scary videos, and we have 5 pretty terrifying ones for you in this video. Now these are nothing too gory or heavy, just filled with good old-fashioned creepy factor. Again, and as always, we're not saying any of these are true, we leave that up to you to decide. Now before we get into these, check out the intro to our newest documentary we uploaded to Patreon, World War E.T. An in-depth look at the war.
Vad var det här för skit? Vi går tillbaka och kollar.
Again, and as always, we are not saying that these are true. We leave that up to
typ en lysande mask eller någonting. Det är inte en alien. Alien i alla fall.
Into these, check out the intro to our newest documentary we uploaded to Patreon, World War E.T. An in-depth look at what a war with aliens would look like. Humanity once believed that the universe revolved entirely around the Earth, literally, spiritually, and metaphorically. It's a really cool documentary that we're very proud of.
Riktigt coolt att flyga upp till rymden. Det skulle jag vilja göra, men jag tror inte mitt hjärta skulle palla det.
You'll also get access to tons of other documentaries that are not available on YouTube.
Let's see.
We promise that you will not be disappointed. Now, let's get into this video. Creepy mannequin. We don't know about you, but we find shop mannequins quite creepy at the best of times. And now it has emerged that in some shops they are being fitted with a secret spy camera to watch shoppers, which makes them even creepier. So when this footage emerged in April 2020, it freaked everyone out. At first it just looks like a mannequin sitting on a seat, legs crossed in a shop window, and it appears to turn its head towards the camera. Take a look.
Det måste vi se igen. Vad var det där? Aha. Se. Någonting händer, men jag ser inte riktigt vad. Vad händer? Han rör sig med huvudet. Shit!
Now we have no way of knowing if that mannequin has any remote-controlled robotic parts, and is just a prank being played by a shop owner. Or is it a Big Brother type spy camera watching the public's every move?
Bigfoot.
We haven't covered much of Bigfoot lately, as most of the sightings these days are obvious fakes, and this one likely is as well. But as we're trying to keep things a bit light-hearted in this video, we thought we would show you the latest Bigfoot sighting. 2 hikers allegedly filmed it in Salt Fort State Park in Ohio, a hotspot for Bigfoot sightings, with over 36 reported there since the mid-1980s. In fact, sightings are so frequent that there is even a trail called Bigfoot Ridge. The hikers claimed initially they found a lot of hair and bones, probably from deer, that appeared to have been ripped apart. They then heard some strange howling noises and decided to send up a drone to see if they could locate where the sounds were coming from.
Jag ser inte någonting där, men det kan ju bara vara jag. Eller ser ni någonting här? Där tror jag det var.
It looked like a couple of dark objects amongst the trees. The hikers then realized a snowstorm was coming in, so decided to bring the drone in and hike towards where they caught the images. That is when they caught this footage on their regular camera.
Där är ju någonting, men det kan lika gärna vara människa. Det behöver inte vara Bigfoot. Jag tror inte på den här Bigfoot heller. Se, vi spolar fram. Där var det. Vad säger ni då? Där är det. Men jag vet inte om det är Bigfoot. Jag är väldigt kluven.
Now, some would say that is a man in a hairy suit. However, the guys that filmed it are adamant that it was either Bigfoot or the Ohio Grassman, another Bigfoot-type creature said to live in the area. The footage seems similar to footage captured by a family in January 2018 while hiking in the Canadian forest. We love these types of clips, but whether they prove Bigfoot actually exists, we cannot say for sure, of course.
Jag tror inte att han finns Bigfoot. Jag tror att det är på någon jävla amerikansk USAs påhitt att han ska finnas. Och någon jävla fjant som har hoppat på och sagt att det ska finnas. Och därför tror alla det. Men jag tror inte på han. Så är det. Number 3.
Dags att byta. Årets sommarrea pågår.
The sky is screaming. This is a strange one, and if you witnessed it yourself, it would be quite unsettling. On May 23rd, 2020, the city of Bryan in Texas experienced a fierce thunderstorm. Resident Daniel Hobb watched out of his apartment window as the storm progressed when he heard a piercing scream. He opened his window to see where it was.
Sorry, jag har en katt här som söker uppmärksamhet. Kom då, katt. Chatte, hon är inte chatte. Hon vill oftast vara med på bild. Så hon får vara med på bild idag också.
Sound screaming. It's like a scream. It's so freaking loud. And it's coming from up in the air, like up there.
Ja, man hör ett skrikande ljud. Det gör man.
It's been going on now.
Det vet inte jag.
What is that? I swear I saw like this thing when the lightning was flashing a second ago.
Ska det bli YouTube-kärna du också?
What the fuck? Dude, that's coming from like up in the sky outside of my apartment.
Eller ska du bli YouTube-kärna? Säg hej till alla tittare. Ja, säg hej. Så, nu får du hoppa ner.
What is that? I haven't heard it like that yet. Gene, check this out. Listen. This is coming from the sky above my apartment. It's been going on for half an hour.
Alltså det låter riktigt otäckt. Det låter som att någon skriker på typ hjälp.
What is that? That's so scary. It sounds like someone screaming. Then it sounds like a bunch of like Indians whooping in the distance. What is that bizarre sound? Here, I'll be right back. Did you hear that? It's like a blood-curdling scream, but it's coming from like up here in the sky.
Alltså skulle det där hänt mig så skulle jag skita på mig. Men nu händer det inte mig så är det bara.
Trapped in a bunch of mud. What is that sound? Now it sounds like it's coming from behind me. That is so loud and so like eerie. It's like a banshee, blood-curdling scream. Ooh. There it is again.
That's a pretty eerie sound. Daniel likened it to a banshee and said the sound seemed to happen a few seconds after the lightning, and it's fair to say he sounds seriously creeped out. Those that viewed the footage offered a variety of reasons for this piercing scream. Someone being murdered.
Alltså det var mäktigt med vädret också, det var coolt med blixtrarna, det var häftigt att få med ljudet också, alltså det var skithäftigt.
Invasion caused the noise. This happens when lightning discharged in thunderstorms such as those seen in the video, and as the cloud to ground flashes, it releases a strong current that makes a roaring noise echoing in the sky.
Jag får så typ ont i huvudet när jag hör det skriker. Jag vet inte varför, men det får som en yrsa. Vi fortsätter.
I haven't heard it like that yet.
Nummer 2, så vi får se vad det är. Har de lagt den på 2:an? Det där var ju bara skit.
Creepy red-eyed creature discovered in Russian subway.
Det är en skithög.
A strange-looking alien creature has been filmed in an abandoned subway station in Russia. Supposedly the clip was sent to YouTube channel Disclosure Screen, The Grim Reaper, although all the information on it was in Russian. Take a look and see what you think.
Wow! Men det är inte en alien.
It looks to us like a snake, although we've done a bit of research and the only thing it resembles is an albino snake. As some species do have reddish eyes and look alien-like. Snakes are known to hide in dark places, so that would account for the
Nej, klippet, jag gillar inte det. Jag tycker att det är tråkigt.
What do you make of it?
Nummer 1 då ska vi se vad nummer 1 på första platsen är. Får se.
Chukesme comes to life. If you're a Twilight franchise fan, you will know that an animatronic doll was made to portray Renesmee, the half-vampire, half-human daughter of Edward Cullen and Bella Swan, in the Twilight saga Breaking Dawn Part 2. However, the unnerving puppet was deemed so creepy by the cast and crew, they named her Chukesme, and she was eventually deemed too grotesque to appear in the final movie. The producer said the doll was one of the most grotesque animatronic babies ever not to be seen on screen. She was later replaced with a real baby by CGI enhanced features, although fans of the show caught a glimpse of her in the bonus features for the film when it was released on DVD.
Chuck Esme, you know the doll?
Chuck Esme is one of the most grotesque animatronic babies, ever to not be seen on film.
You could open up this a little bit more, Nikki.
This way?
Yeah, that way, that's fine. Good.
So we ended up pulling this thing out on the day and shooting it. And the second you're holding it up, you realize, like, this is never going to work. Like, no fake thing is ever going to do the trick. I mean, if you're Bella, you're looking at it going, I don't want that thing. Like, put it back.
Usch, är det någon mer än ni som tycker att dockor, alltså 80, 90 och även 78, alltså äldre dockor ser läskiga ut. Jag tycker inte om dockor överhuvudtaget, alltså det är någonting som, nej, usch.
Where Stephanie Meyer based her Twilight Saga novels, and is part of the town's permanent Forever Twilight collection of props from the film. But staff have noticed that it seems to move around in her display case, and when they looked at her socks, they were dirty from where she appeared to have been walking around. Over the years, the doll has gotten a reputation for having a life of her own. Staff would come in the morning, and things would be moved around in her case. She would be in a different position than what she was left in. Sometimes she is standing up straight, and on another day she is in a weird position. Originally, Chuck Esme was displayed out of a case, but because people were compelled to touch her, she was put in a case to protect her. Whether or not she is haunted is up for debate, although it seems Chuck Esme's days are numbered anyway, as she is actively melting and is now tacky to touch. So that's 5 scary but light-hearted videos. We hope you've enjoyed this slightly different video to usual. Don't forget to check out our Patreon page where you can watch World War ET, or check out the Hit the Lights podcast for listening on the go. Thanks for watching.
Exakt, tack för att ni tittade och tumma upp klippet om det här var ett bra klipp. Jag vet inte vad jag tycker om det här klippet egentligen, men vad fan, vi kör på det här och så har ni en riktigt skön sommar. Det kommer lite filmer med ZeD och Nico testar. Vi kommer testa på svenska jävlar som är sponsrad av Norrlandsljus på våran Instagram. Gå in och kolla på hennes Instagram så... Ja, ha en bra sommar. Hej då!